Hi guys, welcome to Night School. Thanks for joining me. This is the playlist that will help you improve at Age of Empires 2 by learning some build orders. Build order we're looking at today in particular is the Inca Tower rush. So as per usual with any build order, you start off with making 2 houses with your starting villagers and then sending them back to sheep, or in this case the free llama that you get, and making sure you then have 6 villagers on sheep. Make sure you go around doing some scouting as well. Use some sheep to scout with if you want. If possible, it's ideal to do so, just so they will find your resources for you if your scout isn't in that area. So once you've got your 6 on sheep, send 3 to wood. The next 3 villagers will go to wood with a lumber camp. So the sheep are also finding the locations of the boar for me, whilst the scout does the main scouting. Okay, so once you've got 3 on wood, you send the next villager to come out to collect a boar. I think we're going for this one. Just keep those collecting the sheep. I mean, that's going to run out now before the hunter gets back with the boar, so just send them on to the next sheep. So the boar's coming in, the next villagers will come out, will make a mill and start milling the berries, and the next 3 villagers will come out, will also go to berries. Okay, so the boar is now back. Do garrison your villager if you need to. If you've still got some food left on the sheep, just make sure you send some villagers to collect from that sheep. And, don't let it go to waste. At this point I do have all the resources that I needed to find, so the scout, as you can see, is just on the way out to try and find where the enemy base is. So the 4th villager is now going to go to berries, and then the next one is going to go to collect the 2nd boar.
Ari?
At this point it's a good idea to start moving weakened villagers over to neighbouring farms. And we're going to add another villager to the food as we're just done there. So the next 2 villagers will go to wood, and then we'll go 2 for stone, and that will give us 21 population that we'll be clicking up with. So as you can see, we've found the enemy base. Scouts just doing a little bit more scouting beforehand. The next 2 villages are going to go to stone, then we're going to get loom, and then we're going to move forward into feudal age. Getting another farm down with one of the weakened villagers. It's probably not that important that you do make the farms. You can probably leave them to just collect the sheep, take on some wood. But at this point, once you've clicked up, you want to start sending over your villagers to find a suitable place where you can start with your tower rush. So the villagers aren't quite on the way yet, just because I noticed I was going to send them, but then I noticed there's not actually that far a distance. So I didn't really need to send them quite that early, so just let them gather a bit more food before sending them over. they're on the way over now. So I'm going to try and target this wood line. And I've noticed that rather than just coming straight forward here, it'd be more beneficial if I loop round the top and attack from this angle, because it's cutting them off from that gold as well as just coming up, rather than just coming up through there through the wood. Now you can send between 6 and 8 villagers over, depending on how all in you want to be. I've only sent 6, so I don't want to go too mental with it. But you can send more, should you wish. I mean, 6 is still generally more than I would send anyway if I was doing a tower rush. Generally, if I was tower rushing, I would send 4. We'll start getting the first tower down. So whilst that's happening, we're getting a blacksmith on the way. That's so that we can take advantage of the Inca's Civ bonus, where the villages are affected by blacksmith upgrade. So once the blacksmith comes in, we'll get the armour upgrade to start off with, and then we'll go for the attack upgrade after that. So at this point, just still keep making towers. So we've got the first one there. You'll notice it's not really in range of anything. That one is mainly for defensive purposes. This is going to be the main attack one. But if they come and start attacking that with their villagers, that tower will be able to shoot the villagers. So it's really quite important that you place the defensive one first, a little bit out of the way, before you start moving on to the next one. As you can see, we've got the attack upgrade coming in now. And in terms of villagers, what we're doing back at home, we're just sending a couple more to stone. What you want to be doing is just sending a few more to stone, just so you've got a constant supply of stone coming in. I'd probably go for about 6 or 5, but at this point I'm going back onto food, because I'm going to start running out of food eco. So the attack and armour upgrades are in. He's trying to come and attack my rush towers with villagers. There's half of the vast majority of his eco there, but my villagers are just too strong with the extra armour and the extra attack, and they're being peppered by the towers whilst we're at it. So they're determined to get the towers down, so I'm just going to have to come back and try and protect the tower from these villagers, but they won't last long. They're getting quite low on health, especially because of all this extra attack that I have in comparison to them, and the fact that they're being shot by the towers. So you do have to micro a little bit, because the villagers obviously don't auto attack. But as you can see, it's 28 villagers versus 18, so a massive lead at this point. So even if you did send some extra villagers in, the fact that you've been able to do this makes it a hell of a lot easier, because you've got such a big lead by this point. So 30 versus 16 villagers at this point, so just keep on making some more towers. And as you can see, my villagers are untouched, but that's because it's playing against the AI. Obviously it would be a lot more difficult should you be playing in a multiplayer game. However, you'll still win because you're Incas. Now, there could be the argument that these villagers may not still be alive had their villagers attacked my villagers rather than going for the towers. But any sane person would perhaps just not rush in with your whole eco and but that's the joys of the AI. But at this point, his gold is suffering. His wood's suffering. He's literally sent his whole eco now to try and get these towers down. I'm just going to keep attacking. I don't want to attack with the villagers, or my villagers, for some reason, but that's generally how you would do the Inca Tower rush. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you've learned from it. Now you can be one of those annoying players that does an Inca Tower rush. So good luck. I hope it works out for you. There's plenty more build order tutorials coming to this playlist. It's going to be about 10 or 12 I think. So do make sure that you come back and watch all of those as well and learn some other build orders. Cheers guys, I'll see you on the next one.